Hello, rest runes. This is our time together. Some of you may have felt a little off today, or just things weren't going right. There's just been a lot of emotional stuff going on in the energy plane. So let's talk about issues. What's going on? Maybe we can find you a solution tonight, huh? Okay. Germanic rune set. This is the elder set. There's 24 runes in here. And if I was using my Danish heritage, I'd be using the younger rune set, which has 16. So let's go ahead and get started. What do we need to talk about tonight, ancestors? We need to talk about Eihwaz. This is the yew tree. This is the phoenix rising. They're saying we need to let go, find new ways of doing things. Maybe listen to your intuition, your clairvoyance. Okay. What was going on to bring this about, please? Okay. What was going on to bring this about is the Kinas rune. This is the torch. This is all about skills, truths, finding solutions, forgiveness, maybe overcoming misunderstanding. Okay. Sometimes we have to find new ways when someone irks us, and we have to find solutions. Okay, what's the present vibe right now? Oh, that's 2 runes. Looking for 1. Okay. We have Jera. This is the completion of a cycle. Okay. So, something was all up in our heads. We could feel it. We were using our intuition about it. But we've worked through some stuff. Now we're into a new cycle. Or we're trying to close it out. What's the end result, please? Oh, that's 2. Looking for 1, please. The end result is Fehu, which is the first rune. So this is all about trust, gain, offspring. This is the cattle or the money rune. So, I think this means you're trusting your intuition, knowing something wasn't right, you needed to work through some stuff, find solutions. You're starting into a new cycle now. It's kind of past. But we just need to gain trust, maybe not so much in the person or the situation, but in our intuition. Let's see. What's the barriers to this? Barriers or any setbacks we need to be aware of? Okay, we have the Athala house, rune 24. This is the last rune in this set. So this is all about following ancestors. This is home, assets, inheritance, family tradition, learning from the past. So the barriers might be that we haven't learned from past lessons. So we keep repeating this stuff, right? Trying to get to the end of the cycle, but if the little gerbil in our head keeps on autopilot, redo, at some point you're going to have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired so that you can get into that gain and that offspring and that trust. And maybe it's not so much trusting the others, as more as trusting yourself and your intuition. Okay. Any other further guidance from the elders? Any more information, insight on this that you want to share? Up 2 runes. We're looking for 1. Okay. A good one. We have Lagoose. This is flow. This is using your psychic ability, getting introspection, just achieving some balance. Maybe it's just, maybe you were humiliated. There was a disagreement that you had to overcome. Sometimes just letting go of the rope works. I'll use my little family Aett strands. For both pulling, if one just lets go of the rope, the game can't continue, right? Maybe you just have to go quiet, get into some intuition, get some clearing, find your solutions, trust yourself. Learn from the lessons from the past so you don't have to keep repeating it, and you can get into a new cycle. You've got recovery. It's complete. It's done. You don't have to look at this again. In the meantime, give yourself a little grace and go with the flow. It'll be okay. I kind of like that. I've been going through a little of that myself, and I finally got to the flow zone. It took me about 2 weeks. Old ego was in the way, and I just got into some stinking thinking, which didn't make it so, but my mind sure thought so. But, I've always learned karma is karma, and Source will take care of things for me and balance it out because I don't have to. They'll take care of it for me. All I have to do is trust and release, because they can take care of icky situations much better than I can. And it's been proven to me time and time again. If I can drop that rope and let it roll, let it flow, it'll be so much better. Okay, so let's look at the Aett. Aett means family or clan. And so we as people live in families or clans. The Germanic people and the Danish Viking people depended on clans for their livelihood. They needed each other in order to make a go of it. Okay, so even the runes with their divine message have families. So we have 2 in the physical realm. This is the practical and earthly matters. We have 2 in the emotional and mental clan. And then we have 2 Aetts in the spiritual. I don't see a run of 3 or more, vertical or horizontal. But they are 2, 2, 2, which is equally balanced. So use your assets and your knowledge to complete the cycle. Use your intuition, go with flow, so that you can be the master of your house and achieve the ultimate goal. Okay? You have arrived. Now the younger rune set has some different symbols on the runes compared to the Germanic or Elder set, but they read generally the same. But let's go ahead and take some time and peel off the runes that don't apply. So we go from 24 down to 16. So 8 runes are not even talked about in the oldest set called the Younger, which is the Scandinavian Viking. So we will peel off Othala, and that's it. Okay, so use your assets and your knowledge, complete the cycle, be done with it. We're starting a new year, the fire horse in Chinese zodiac, about the 16th or 17th of the month, depending on where you live. So if you got some old baggage you need to get rid of, now's the time to say complete the cycle. Listen to your intuition, trust it, go with the flow. Life will get so much better. All right. Thanks for popping in tonight. We will see you again soon. Talk to y'all later. Bye.